Tennessee, so I'm a little nervous. Just got here in town, so I didn't have a chance to have my normal pre-show ritual, which is several old fashions. The reason they call them old fashions is because after like 4 or 5 of them, you will whip your kids. I'm gonna spank the shit out of them the old-fashioned way. People who spank their kids today always say the same thing. They say, I got spanked when I was a kid, and I turned out just fine. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I got spanked when I was a kid too, and I am really fucked up. Of course, I'm not saying don't spank your kids, right? They're your kids. Kill them. I don't give a shit. Just saying, if you do decide to spank, they could turn into a 34-year-old overweight comedian who can't get an erection without a paddle to the ass. And the world has enough of that already. I'm sure you guys can tell I got a little twang in my voice. People hear me talk, they say it sounds like you're from Hickville. Hickville, they say, which is how you can tell they've never been to my quaint little country hometown. Because if they had been there before, they would know we pronounce it Hickville. Back home, we actually had a saying. It goes, if you ain't from Hickville, you ain't on pills. Some people think I sound like a hick because I use words like yonder. Y'all want to go over yonder? Let's head over yonder. If I'm a hick for using the word yonder, you know who else has to be a hick? Surely the man I learned the word from. Maybe you've heard of him, William Shakespeare. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is my cousin. Turns out the feud between the Montagues and the Capulets was just like Auburn fans and Alabama fans. You bite your thumb at me, sir? No, sir, I have no teeth with which to bite my thumb, sir. I suck my thumb at thee. Read a book, that's a good joke. I grew up on a farm. My dad was always on me to get an education, get a college degree. He would not let me get a liberal arts degree, though. Which makes sense if you know my dad and what he used to do for a living, because he actually used to teach defense against the liberal arts. Just kidding, that's a joke. My dad is not educated at all. He does hate liberals, though. He hates them. My dad doesn't do anything the liberal way. The only thing my dad does liberally is use slurs. That's it. I recently got a girlfriend. You guys don't know her. She goes to a different comedy show. No, but I'm dating a beautiful, hilarious, bisexual woman. That's right. Her last several relationships were with women. Now she's with me. I think we all know why. That's right. My big old titties. At least that's what I tell myself, because it's either that or the fact my dick looks like a clitoris. And I'm not really sure which one it is. It's fun being in love, though. I love love, man. I had to put myself out there, though, which was hard. Had to be vulnerable. I just thought to myself, you know what? It is better to have loved and lost than to never get your clit sucked. So, We've been doing things together, which is cool. Like recently we went to the Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, give it up for the Outback Steakhouse. I love Outback Steakhouse, man. It is so nice in today's day and age to go to a restaurant that will let me do the restaurant's accents. Cause crikey, mate, I ain't banned from a lot of Chinese restaurants. We went to a wedding together, me and my girlfriend. It was a lot of fun. Had some fun at the reception, did some dancing, had some drinks, heard the Cha-Cha Slide for the first time in a while. Round of applause, who remembers the Cha-Cha Slide? Cha-Cha again. Cha-Cha again. My favorite part of that song is at the end where he goes, y'all be on the lookout for part 2. And then that shit did not come out. I have been waiting on the Cha-Cha Slide part 2 for the last 19 years. I don't think it's going to come out either because recently DJ Casper, the guy who wrote and performed the Cha-Cha Slide, became a friendly ghost. But if they do decide to release it, posthumously like he's Tupac or some shit, it's gonna be a big deal, right? It's gonna be like the Top Gun 2 of music. Like there's gonna be posters and radio commercials like, this summer, after 21 years, it's finally time to Cha-Cha again! Everybody clap your hands! I can control you with my words. I recently had to go to a doctor. Had to go to the doctor because my it was more because my nuts, they felt weird. And I was really nervous because I haven't been to the doctor in a while because look at me. And I walk in there and I'm like, I think you see them like, wow, Mr. Harris, it has been a long time since we've seen you here. This is a pediatrician's office. We're gonna need you to put down the Legos and go to a grown-up doctor. First question they asked me at the grown-up doctor was, Matt, do you have diabetes? I said, ma'am, I haven't been to the doctor since I was 17 years old. So buckle up, because we are both about to find out. And then they're like, all right, we're going to need a urine sample and a blood sample. I was like, wow, you're in luck. Because there's blood in my pee. Knock those out both right here, right now. Kill 2 birds with 1 kidney stone. Let's do this. And then a really attractive woman doctor came in. It was embarrassing. A really attractive woman doctor is like roughly my age. And she's down here. She's squeezing. And she's poking. And she is squinting. And I'll never forget what she said to me. She looked up to me in the middle with my balls in her hand. She looks up to me and she says, has anyone ever told you kind of look like a fat Ben Affleck? She told me, she's like, all right, normally something like this is one of 2 things. One, do you think this could be an STD? It's a little bit before I got my girlfriend, so very quickly I was like, no, I do not. Not unless it's some sort of mummy's curse style of STD that just lies in wait until one day it springs forth from a dusty sarcophagus. That's my penis, people. Please keep up. said, okay, if it's not an STD, normally something like this is just a swollen tube, oftentimes caused by excessive masturbation. I said, yeah, that sounds much more likely, I think. Blood test came back, turns out I don't have diabetes, which makes me wonder if diabetes even exists. Not so sure anymore. Maybe it's all just a big conspiracy put on by Big Insulin. Coincidentally, Big Insulin, also my freestyle battle rap name is Big Insulin. One thing the doctor did tell me was I needed to lose some weight, cut down on partying, so I am sober now. Shut up, okay? Have you guys heard of this thing called California Sober? I want to be clear. Have you heard of California Sober? If you don't know what it is, California Sober is where you don't do anything at all. You don't do anything except smoke weed. That's all you do. Well, that doesn't really fit my lifestyle. So I've come up with this new thing, I'm calling it Alabama Sober. And Alabama Sober is where you don't do anything. You don't do anything at all. Except 20 milligram Percocets, that's all you do. You laugh, but I am down 12 pounds, so who's laughing now, bitches? Speaking of drugs, that's a good segue. Speaking of drugs, some people say the best place to hide your drugs from the police is like up your own ass. I don't know about you guys, but I've already got way too much stuff up there. I did some thinking. I said the best place to hide your drugs from the police isn't up your own ass. It is in a rubber ass that you have brought with you separately. Imagine you get pulled over by the cops like, excuse me, sir, license and registration, and there is a silicone asshole buckled into the car seat next to you. What do you think the cop's gonna do? A fucking cavity search or whatever? He's gonna get in there, feel around? No way. No way. He thinks there's goober juice in there. He's gonna tell you to slow it down and let you be on your way. I travel a lot for comedy, means I get stuck in traffic a lot. I've been stuck in every imaginable type of traffic you can imagine, road constructions, traffic accidents. I am, however, still waiting to get stuck in that sex traffic I keep hearing all about. Just to be clear, I said sex traffic, not sex trafficking. Not talking about selling people into sexual slavery, just consenting adults fucking on the freeway, alright? Just want to turn on the radio to my car and just hear like, this is your 92.3 big eye in the sky! The interstate's backed up today because there's an orgy going on. You guys thought that was sex noise, it was a helicopter, you're perverts, okay? One thing I noticed, looking at this, one thing I noticed is that everywhere I go, every town has a car dealership that has no clue how business is supposed to work. And for the 15th month in a row, he's ordered too many Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Mitsubishi. They've always got a weird name, and they've always on the radio desperate to sell their cars. But you can hear the desperation in their voice. They'll be like, turn on the radio and be like, hey y'all, this here is Big Deal Dan. And look at this time! Every car must go! Or my wife will leave me! Bad credits! Fucking forget! Buy a car for a nickel! And I will suck your pickle. Thank you guys, I'm glad I appreciate it.